Hello folks, the light is fading fast. I've just called in after work. I've got about half an hour. But what I don't want to do is leave them beds in the big brassica tent incomplete. So I want to make sure all the nutrition and the amendments are in the soil, ready for planting up those brassicas. So let's have a look at them. So on the outer beds, I managed to get up to here on Monday. And I've just roughened up the soil and tilled it, hand tilled it down to about 7 inches, and it's quite light and fluffy now. But I've added in the perlite, I've added in the bloodfish and bone to this one. I've not put any manure in that one because last year I put too much manure in that, far too much. I used like half a bag in there, so that's going to be more than adequate. It won't have dissipated enough in the last 12 months for it to need any more. But if it does, if it starts suffering a bit, I'll give it some liquid feed, I'll give it some nettle feed. This one, I put the chicken manure pellets, I put the bloodfish and bone in there, and I've also put the perlite, a goodly amount of perlite, just to get that soil nice and loose. Like I say, you don't want it too loose that it's blowing away, but you don't want it to be claggy with the club root issues that we've got at the moment. Don't want it to be claggy. So I'm going to mix that in now, and we'll see the results. Here we go. And they're all of a similar sort of a constitution, the growing medium. I've left that one because I don't think I'll need that one. I think that one may be used for the beetroot, or maybe beet leaf, you know, the Swiss chard. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 3/4, 6 and 3/4 beds prepped up. So remember, we loosened it all up first, fluffed it all up, broke up the soil, tilled the soil, and into that we put the perlite, about 6 good double handfuls of perlite to loosen it because it was claggy soil, and we've got the club root issues, so we want the free flow of water. And then we've put in the well, in the majority of them we've put in the bloodfish and bone, probably about 10 handfuls of bloodfish and bone, and the same with the organic chicken manure pellets. These ones, organic chicken manure pellets. So we like to keep things organic. We don't like to use any chemical fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, etc. That's the idea. Let's see the plants. Yeah, so it's all right having really nice, flat, well-tilled soil like I've got in there, but it's useless unless you're going to be growing something in it. So let's take a look at the brassicas that we're going to be planting in. There's a spider in Tiki Tunnel number 2. And he likes to play tricks on me. He gets me every single time. He has a web right there at the front and a web here. And I should have learned my lesson by now, but I never do. I just walk straight into it and just get an absolute face full of web. Anyway, let's see the plants. Right, so these are what we're going to be planting. So you've got the pak choi. All good specimens, these. Pak choi. The cauliflower, which is all the year round cauliflower. I've got 2 lots of that. So there's 24 of those. And then there's the marathon calabrese, which is the big fat broccoli. And then there's the thin elegant broccoli in the form of purple sprouting broccoli there. I forget what variety it was, but it's purple sprouting broccoli. I can't speak. So these beds are probably about 5.5 feet by 2 3/4 feet in the old money. So I think I can get about 8 plants in each. So 8 cauliflowers. That's 16 cauliflowers, and I've got 24 cauliflowers. I might end up filling this tent up, you know, more or less. There's the broccoli. the purple sprouting broccoli. And again, that'll take up the best part of 2 beds. Yeah, I may need to use this central bit as well. But we'll see how we get on. What I'm doing is I'm hardening them off outside. They've slept in the tiki tunnel for the last couple of weeks. In the last three days, I've left the door open day and night. But it has been quite warm, although it's getting chilly now. And there's a bit of a wind picking up. So hopefully the netting will keep the wind off them to the greater degree. But we do want them outside here for a day or two, basically to harden off and to strengthen up the stems a little bit before they get planted out properly. So as I say, hopefully the wind's not going to be too bad for them. And when the sun comes, they'll come up and face the sun. The sun rises in this direction from over there, and it comes over the top. So it sets over there. So it's mostly coming in an arc like this, and they'll turn to face them. So tomorrow night I'll turn them around, so we can try and keep them stems as straight as we can, and that'll stand them in good stead as they grow on. Well, they'll probably be planted on Friday night. These, I'll probably nip down Friday night, which is two nights away. Wednesday today, so that'll probably be Friday night. We're due for a little bit of rain tomorrow, so that'll help them. If not, I'll have a nip up and I'll give them a bit of water. Just give them not a hose in, but you know, like a gentle watering can, a fine rose. But yeah, I'm going to fill these beds up with these, I think, or not too far away from fill these beds, because I've got the pak choi there as well. Remember, pak choi won't take up half the space as these cauliflowers will, and the broccoli. So I might just interplant them, just stick them in, because they'll grow faster as well. They'll be ready for harvesting in about 4 or 5 weeks. So I might interplant them. Once I've planted up all the big brassicas, I might interplant a few of those at the front, in between, you know, in between the... In fact, I'll do that, yeah. That might look quite decorative along the front here. Planted them along the front of this back section there. And then I've got these beds. But I reckon I'll fill these beds with these. Won't I? Because, how many plants have I got? I've got 60, answer, 60. Yeah, 5 12s are 60. 8 per bed, 8, 16, 24, 30, 36, and this long one will probably take us up to 46. And then that. So yeah, the pak choi are going to have to be interplanted, aren't they? And I'll have to finish that bed off as well, and re-nutrify and perlite it. Yeah, definitely. Now that's what you call a first world problem, having too many plants. Got the space, can put them in. And this in the middle here, this will probably take about 10. You'd probably get about 10 in there. This was mostly used, I think I had 6 cabbages at the front. 6 cabbages in this little front section last year. And then it was the kale. Because I had the kale at the back of these last year. I mustn't have had as many brassica plants last year. You know, your standard broccolis and cauliflowers. I mustn't have had as many last year as I've got this year. Well, that's no problem. We'll certainly find them all accommodation within the super duper giant brassica tent. Enough room in here for 70 plants at least. 70 good brassicas. Of the highest quality. Because what I found last year is, as well, with not with the cauliflower, but with the broccoli, we got several pickings. We got the main stem, the main head, and then following on from that, for about another 6 weeks, I was taking smaller heads off because branches come off from them. And the purple sprouting broccoli, that gets covered in these little spears that come up everywhere. So you're just harvesting, you're harvesting for like weeks with them. But not with the cauliflowers. Once the cauliflowers are ready, and you've got to get them out before they burst and they go to seed, go to flower, because they are a flower, the cauliflower. So is the broccoli. If you leave the broccoli too long, you'll get loads of little yellow flowers all over it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. Right, peace, love and namaste. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the winter. This has been Guru MURPHINDA signing out. And remember, we love you all. Doesn't matter what you are. If you're a gentleman, you've been forthright, virile and masculine. If you're a lady, you've been beautiful, fragrant and fantastic. And if you've been something in between, you've been something in between, and we love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great night. And catch you later down on the Little Farmer's Farm. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It's the algorithms, you see, the algorithms. Thumbs ups, comments, subscriptions, all help. We're trying to get to 6,000 if possible this year, 6,000 subscribers. I think we might do it with your assistance. So spread the word. The growing revolution is upon us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.